Hello everyone and welcome back to the King's Guards channel fan account. As you can see, I am outside Horse Guards and we're currently walking on Horse Guards Parade, which is this vast amount of space used for ceremonial events. But before we get going today in today's video, how is everyone? Do let me know where you're streaming this video from. So today I thought I would show you the 4 o'clock inspection. This is the official inspection which relieves the guards off duty. So this is the final inspection of the day, but it's also unofficially known as the punishment parade. Now, I will give you more information about why it's called punishment parade coming up. But just as we're here, let's have a look around at Horse Guards Parade itself. So you can see that there is lots of gravel around. You might even be able to hear things such as push prams being pushed along, or even my feet as we walk over this sandy area. And we can see through the archway here, and into the archway will be the courtyard of Horse Guards. So we'll be heading through there shortly. But let's turn around and let me show you the vast space that is actually Horse Guards Parade itself. Isn't this huge? And we have a memorial here in the distance. And continuing around, we have these incredible government buildings. And this is where changing of the guard happens, right where we are standing here every morning as the lifeguards and the Blues and Royals change over. And then they head through this archway here, which we are going to be heading through now. But before we head through, I just want to say, if you're new around here, do make sure to subscribe. We are the #1 channel about the King's Guards and the Household Cavalry, with nearly 500,000 subscribers, everyone. That's right, nearly 500,000. You can join this incredible community also. So everyone is welcome. Make sure to subscribe. Now, look how wonderful these columns are supporting the archway. It's a beautiful old building. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we're going to head on through the courtyard, and I'm just going to show you what's happening here today before Punishment Parade happens. So we can see that there are guards in these archways over here guarding. And this is a foot guard, so he will have been on duty for many hours. And over at the front we have the Horse Guards in their sentry boxes, and we'll be heading there in a second. And also over at this side of Horse Guards we have another foot guard. Incredible. So let's head on through to Whitehall itself, the main road, so then we can see the guards on horseback, the mounted cavalry. But just before we head through, look at this space. So this is the courtyard where the dismount will happen. And as I mentioned, I will explain why it's called Punishment Parade. So, Punishment Parade is known with that title because in 1894 Queen Victoria came to Horse Guards and expected the guards to escort her back to Buckingham Palace. But unfortunately, the guards were seen drinking, gambling, and even falling asleep. That's right. So they had to pay the price for over 100 years to be inspected at 4 o'clock at the end of their shift every single day. That's right. So from 1894 to 1994, it was mandatory that these horse guards would be inspected to make sure that they were fit for Queen Victoria. But obviously 100 years has passed since then. However, Queen Elizabeth II in 1994 ordered that the tradition was to carry on. So the tradition of 4 o'clock parade, or unofficially known as punishment parade, remains a tradition to this day. So look how wonderful this horse is, very calm, and he is actually stood inside the sentry box. Probably keeping away from the vast amount of tourists, just keeping tucked in. But shortly the horse rider will bring the horse out towards the front and into the courtyard. And over on the other side, we can see that there is another sentry box, and also this guard has the horse all the way in. So we are just going to stay here on the left side so we can get some wonderful footage of this trooper. Now, if you're enjoying this video, do make sure to consider becoming a channel supporter. A channel supporter directly helps me create more videos just like this for everyone. And you can find more information in the description below, or I'll leave a link in the top right hand corner of this video now. So we can see that there is a sign saying, "Beware, horses may kick or bite," or "Don't touch the horse, thank you." Now these signs are actually new, everyone, as I think too many people were actually stroking the horses, and these troopers are working soldiers. So I think in the past it was okay to be able to possibly just pat the horse briefly, but then it became quite a viral thing. Let's say people were waiting for reactions. So unfortunately, I think people started petting the horse too often, and they had to put these signs up, which is fair enough. But taking a picture like this is totally fine. Now, we are going to head on into the courtyard, everyone, and we are going to find a nice place in order to watch today's dismount. Now, the dismount is going to take place over on the far side here. So we should find a place over on the left side, and we can already see that there are people waiting here to be able to get a great view. So I think just where this line here is going to be a perfect place to be able to stand. So everyone should be behind the line. And this is empty right now, but it will become very busy. And we can see a guardsman here, and this guard, known as a lifeguard, will walk and march out of this archway, and he will take a stance along this cobbled section here and face the foot guards and the mounted guards during the inspection. And then an officer will join us and will inspect the lifeguards. So it's going to be a very thorough inspection, everyone, checking if the outfits or the uniform are in impeccable condition. I'm making sure that obviously they are fit for a king. You can see that there are security to the left, just keeping an eye on everything, just making sure that this courtyard remains nice and safe for everyone as we are going to be watching this inspection. Now, the officer traditionally rides down from Knightsbridge Barracks on horseback all the way down past Hyde Park and down the Mall to here before the inspection. So if he hasn't arrived already, we may be seeing the officer arriving on horseback through the archway, but he may have arrived already. And during the inspection, which is any moment now, I will remain quiet just out of respect for these guards as they are working, and this courtyard is not that big, so I just want to remain nice and quiet as we watch the inspection today. And then after the inspection, I will get back to you. But in the meantime, do leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying today's video. And if you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. So you can see that the courtyard doesn't have a dead end as such. It has a through line. So as we walk through the archway, you can also enter through the gate over at the far end into central London. So it's not only a working area, it's also a space for the public to be able to use essentially as a cut through. So it does actually funnel everyone being here, and it can become incredibly busy. But as it is nearing 4 o'clock, it's not as busy as it can get, as you may have seen during the day. Now, did you hear that bell? So here we have foot guard, everyone. So I believe it's 1:45, and this foot guard will be checking on the horses. And did you see the fella that didn't expect the guard to walk all the way out onto the street, and he had to run out of his way? That was a close call, everyone. Just an amazing sight. That sight never gets old. The sound of the sheath of the sword clunking on the floor, it's just an amazing sound. And obviously when the horse guards dismount the horses, you can hear all their uniform clunking on the floor. It sounds incredibly heavy. It would be really interesting to know how heavy the uniform actually is, but I can imagine it's not light at all. Have any of you seen the household cavalry in real life? Have you been lucky enough to visit London? Do let me know if you have, and when did you visit? But if you haven't, that's not a problem. This is why I create videos just like this one, for you to be able to see this magnificent sight. So we have a huge amount of tourists coming through here. They may be heading into the park. As I mentioned, that this can be a through line to get from one area to the other. However, They may be piling in behind us, but everyone is welcome to be here, but we have to remain behind the white line. So as you can see, as mentioned earlier, the white line is here on the floor, and it can get incredibly busy here at times. So more officers coming together, all in the corner here, ready for today's inspection. Now, the foot guards will make their way through these gates here. So I believe that the stables are behind these gates. And then they will lead in a synchronized manner in one file and will end up right in front of us here. So we have an amazing setup here, and I can't wait to show you this inspection. There are good vibes here, everyone. You can start to feel that there is a little bit of tension in the air, but that's just anticipation, ready for today's inspection. So I believe that officer there was making sure that there is a through line for the guard to make way into the courtyard. It's been known that there hasn't in the past been a space for him to walk through, him or her to walk through, and has had to basically walk through crowds of people, which is not a good sight to see. Obviously these guards have right of way, so everyone should respect their space and have their eyes peeled at all times to make sure there are no guards behind them. The big giveaway about knowing if a guard is behind you is you can hear him or her. So this inspection can change from time to time depending if monarchy is in or not. If the king is in, there will be a trumpeter usually with, I think it's called the state trumpeter, but I will have to just double check that. But when the king is not in, there will be no state trumpeter. So this is in real time, everyone. We are all waiting for this magnificent event to take place. And as you can see now, there are many tourists lining up in a full circle around this courtyard. And even on the far side here also, you can see that there is a diagonal line. So people are waiting here. Okay, so the chains are now being opened, so we are ready for this to commence. So as I mentioned, I'm going to remain quiet during the inspection. So enjoy, sit back, relax, and I will get back to you after punishment parade. So the guards haven't actually exited yet, so it's still okay to speak a little bit, but you can see that there are crowds here and the horses have to exit their sentry boxes and come through these central gates. So these crowds are going to have to disperse any moment now, everyone. So if the police don't make sure that they make way, I presume a foot guard will come out to tell them that they have to clear the space. So everyone here is going to have to come along and basically cram in the back of this section here. Nice. Friendly officers making sure that children can get a great view. Okay, here we are, everyone. Inspection is commencing.
buds. Hey. Excuse me, get down there, please. Get down. Hey, get down, please, I said. Sword! Sword! Cavalry! Sword!
Ah non. Putain, mais c'était tapé une marque. Après, c'est juste pour des mecs qui
Okay everyone, so that was the 4 o'clock inspection. Now how fantastic was that? Just an incredible sight, and I'm so happy to be able to share that with you. Now if you enjoyed this video, do make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, make sure to join this incredible community and subscribe. And if you'd like to support this channel beyond watching the videos, you can always buy me a cup of coffee up in the top right hand corner, or click the link in the description below and become a channel supporter. Now once again, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in our next video. Take care everyone. See you soon.